okay. Not impressed with what I saw at Murrayfield. I know the conditions were difficult, but both sides played the conditions very poorly. It was 3-0 at half-time. England had 3 kicks at goal. Farrell got one of them. Scotland turned down the opportunity to kick a goal in the first half and decided to use the set piece. Their set piece is not working. They should have possibly taken those kicks at goal. Had Farrell also, not missed as many kicks, he missed a fair few kicks today, the scoreline would have been bigger as well. Not a great performance by either side. England kicking too much. Poor tactical kicking. Kicking out on the full. You've got strike runners. Both teams have strike runners on the field that, even in testing conditions, have got good feet, quick feet. Joseph, Hugh Jones, Johnny May, Furbank. We don't know what he can bring to the international scene. He's only had 2 caps and he hasn't really touched the ball in either. Really, you've got Maitland on the wing. You've got Stuart Hogg. Not enough use of strike runners. Even if it's a little pop pass and they've got to create the space, at least use them running on lines. It was really poor today. Scotland in possession were too slow and methodical at times. They got the occasional line break and England got the occasional line break, but for the most part, England they get the ball 1-2 phases kick, or a first phase kick. Scotland, while they had a lot of possession, were too slow with possession. Their attack works best when they are fast, quick clear out. They were getting turned over in the ruck. They were losing the ruck, the turnover, the battle on the floor. They were poor in contact, couldn't look after the ball. Their line out stopped working for most of the day, and their scrum, they were second best. So the set piece wasn't working, yet they turned down kicks at goal in the first half, which have proved crucial. If they had taken those kicks in the first half, this could have been a different game. They could have been leading at half-time. They turned those kicks down. They decided to go for touch and use a line-out that wasn't working in really difficult conditions. So on the Scotland side of things, that's poor captaincy from Stuart Hogg. On the England side of things, that's poor, basically the backline. Johnny May and Furbank and Jonathan Joseph would have been ripping their hair out because they're not touching the ball. They're not getting involved. I mean, Johnny May only got involved when he's receiving kicks because both sides kicked too much and not in the right areas. And the second half, England's kicking from hand was absolutely shocking. So many kicks out on the full. And Scotland, I think, were the best in possession at the beginning of the second half. They were at least attacking with a bit of pace. And then it sort of slowed down, but they earned a penalty out of it. And it's 3-3. But then the game stagnated a little bit. Who's on top? The line-out's not working for Scotland. England are getting dominance in the scrum. So you would think, use your strike runners and use them effectively, rather than just bashing it up into a set defensive line, which is what they were doing. England's defence was very, very solid today because Scotland were too slow and methodical in attack. Now, Farrell misses yet another penalty. He missed 3 kicks at goal today on 65 minutes, but the momentum had finally swung. It took until about 65 minutes for England to actually finally sort out their kicking game and not kick it out on the full and keep the ball in field a little bit with some of their kicks. Now, there's the disallowed try and then there's the actual try. Finally, a chip over the top, which I think both sides underutilised in this game. Ford puts a little chip over the top. Stuart Hogg is fielding the ball. Now he's facing towards his goal line. He wants it to go over the goal line before he touches it down, therefore it's a 22 dropout. Instead, he makes contact with the ball before it goes over the line. He gets enough downward pressure on the ball before Owen Farrell touches the ball down. It's a 5-metre scrum to England. We weren't sure if he had, actually got enough downward pressure down. Goes to the TMO, it's disallowed, it's a 5-metre scrum. That's crucial. England's scrum was actually pretty solid today. They get a nice, strong scrum platform. They get a few phases off the scrum. Genge is driven over for the try. Finally, they decided, instead of trying to grab a kick it through or chip it over or kick it, they kept the ball in hand. And it might have been kept tight, but they got a try out of it. Something obviously has happened on the floor because Genge has reacted. There's been a bit of afters, nothing much, but he's clearly not happy. Something's happened in the act of scoring the try. But they get the try, they get the conversion. They've got a bit of breathing space. Within a few minutes, England are back down there again. England get a penalty. Then it's now 13-3. There's a 10-point gap. Scotland, bonus points are going to prove crucial. The last 10 minutes was actually half decent. Hastings slots a penalty on 78 minutes. Should they have gone for the corner? Should they have tried to get a try and then get a second set of, after kick-off, get another phase. But the issue with Scotland was looking after the ball in contact. The breakdown they lost the scrum, they lost the line-out. And turning down those kicks in the first half has actually proved crucial. But England weren't much better. Their kicking from hand was poor tactical kicking, not getting enough phases with ball in hand. England needed more phases with ball in hand. They were kicking far too much. And if they do that later on in the tournament, they're going to lose games. With the way Ireland have played the first two games, they lost to France, obviously, last week. Okay, the Welsh will be disappointed with today's loss, but, they got some good strike runners. With England's kicking, it's been an issue for some time. They didn't change plan until about 65, 70 minutes. They didn't change tack. They kept with the plan for too long. And they weren't getting any success out of it because they're kicking the ball out on the full. Yes, Scotland's line-out's not working, but you're giving the opportunity to the opposition to get possession with poor kicks from hand. Willie Heinz was shocking today. Farrell and Ford weren't much better with their kicking from hand when they could have passed the ball. Overlaps. They overplayed the conditions. Sometimes get your strike runners involved. It can pay off. You can score tries. Only one try in this game. We were lucky to get that. It could have stayed 3-0. It could have stayed 3-3. I've seen games played in these conditions where it has been a high-scoring, open-ended, really entertaining affair. This was a poor advert for International Rugby Union. Both sides didn't play very well at all. This is two sides, I think, lacking in confidence. How England made a World Cup final using these tactics, I have no idea. Because they do kick too much at times when they've got some really good strike runners like Jonathan Joseph and Johnny May. They barely touch the ball. That surprises me when you have them in your lineup and they were barely mentioned in commentary. Scotland ran the ball a bit more. They had more of the ball. Didn't do enough with it. Poor with it. Didn't look after it. Lost the breakdown. So I don't know what else to say from that. Apart from England's defence was pretty good. I think that's one positive you can take out of this game was England improved their defence from last week. They'd obviously worked on their defence. They get the win, I think, based on their defence. Everything else, kicking was poor, handling was poor, line-out was a lottery. So there you go. Not a great game, won't live long in the memory. But hopefully France-Italy tomorrow is at least more entertaining as a spectacle as a neutral, because today's game that I watched was not great. And Ireland-Wales had to play in high winds today, and they produced a far more entertaining game from the highlights that I've seen. So I don't know what both sides can take from this, but England's kicking game was not great. And it regularly gets criticised when they become very one-dimensional with kicking too much. And Scotland, their handling skills, their breakdown wasn't good enough, scrum and line-out. So both sides have to improve a lot if they are going to, do anything in this tournament. Yes, the weather didn't help. I'm going to say that. I stressed that at the beginning of the video. But I have seen games played in testing conditions like this that have been very entertaining, very open and very fun to watch. This was not that. And I'm going to leave that there. Thank you very much for watching. Place your thoughts below and I'll have some more videos for you soon.